Hi, we have a bit of a different video for you today. We are going to be doing book reviews.
It was recommended by my sister-in-law on Facebook when
Yes.
she saw that one of our intentions this year was to read more or less
26 books.
Yeah, 20 some books a year.
Right, and I think that's a great idea. Something I would love to talk about.
Exactly.
So we both have two books that we're gonna quickly describe and hopefully make you want to read them.
The first book I got off Amazon. It dropped in price, and so it sort of showed up on my feed, and it was like, it's dropped in price, and it was only $7.
Cool.
And I left it somewhere else. I don't have it anymore, but it's called Smoke Gets in Your Eyes and Other Lessons from the Crematory.
Perfect.
Yes, because I am into serial killers and dead people.
Witches.
Witches. It is by an author named Caitlin. How would you say her name? Doughty?
Doughty or Doughty?
So it is an autobiography about how she started working in a crematorium. I always feel like it's called a crematorium. But she calls it a crematory. She would know. She works there. Crematory. So she started working at a crematory, and just her experiences there and how they treat the bodies, and how she originally actually wanted to own her own and sort of like change how people deal with death and everything. And then she learned a whole bunch of things. But it's so weird because it's all the stuff that they don't talk about when you watch crime shows. She talks about embalming, and she talks about the handling of bodies and like going into people's homes and like retrieving them when they've passed away. I just found it really interesting. Our friend Kate had talked about a book that was similar to this, and that is the book that I was looking for, and found this one instead.
Cool.
But I would recommend, it definitely gets kind of graphic. There was a part where I was a little gaggy.
Really?
Yeah. They were talking about the shit they do to make your body look less dead when they're doing the open casket, and it was really gross.
That is. Ooh.
And it was kind of something that I didn't want to know. But now that I know it, I'll never forget.
Trigger warning.
Yeah, oh, exactly. But if you're into sort of like creepy, gross things like I am, I think you would like it.
Awesome.
And it's cheap on Amazon right now, so just go look it up. The
Perfect.
Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by Caitlin Doughty.
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 It's in your eyes. My first book is actually very old. Had no idea how old it was, but it was recently a movie, and it is Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. She's a very well-known murder mystery author.
A prolific writer.
She writes stuff, nice stuff. I saw the movie and I really loved it, and I thought I should read the book.
I didn't even realize it was a book.
Neither did I. So my mom bought it for me for Christmas. I'm just about all the way through, but I feel like I can give you a good enough review.
Yeah.
It's really great. It's a Hercule Poirot mystery. That's this guy here with the cool mustache. He's like the main character, the investigator that's on the train. And there's a murder on the train, and he interviews everyone that's on the train and gets to the bottom of it's like a whodunit.
So like Clue.
Like Clue on a train with a bunch of different accents and really hard names to pronounce.
Ooh.
So they do give you like little cheat sheets here in the middle of the book that shows you who is which character, which has been very helpful for me. But I'm really enjoying it, and it's written so differently than anything else I've ever read. Because it's old. It was written in the 30s.
Oh.
I had no idea she was around back then.
Alive?
Yeah, she was around. But the main character is French, and other people are English, and some people are American, and so there's a bunch of different dialects going on. But it's really great if you're into a book that changes pace, like, and viewpoints. This is your cup of tea.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like he's interviewing each person. Each chapter is essentially about someone else.
Got it. That is confusing.
So there's a lot of names going around all the time. So it took me about 50 pages, I guess, to get kind of hooked. But now that I'm in it, I really love it. I'm about a little over halfway through, and I'll probably finish it tonight. But I recommend the movie, and I also recommend the book. And hello, look at all these books she's written.
Yeah, no, I've always heard of Agatha Christie, but I feel like it's something that I feel like it was an author that my grandmother read, and I just didn't ever think that she would write things that I would be interested in.
It says it's the most popular mystery of all time.
What? Who determines that? This book I have been reading at a slower pace because it is my bus book. It's the book I have in my work bag, and I read on my way to work and then on my way home. and I just pulled it off our shelf at my house. It is my roommate's book, and it is called What the Dogs Saw and Other Adventures by Malcolm Gladwell. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. I hate the title. I absolutely hate the title. I thought it was a weird book about a pet. It just didn't make sense to me.
It's not?
No, not at all. But what it is because he based it on one of the chapters, which is about Cesar Millan, the dog guy, the dog whisperer, and he was talking about how he wanted to tell stories, although they're not stories. It's real. It's nonfiction, but he wanted to tell them from the perspective not of like Cesar, but of how the dogs view Cesar. It's very complicated. He explains it in his foreword, I think. But the very first chapter is about Ron Popeil, and as soon as I read that, I got really excited because that's the set it and forget it guy. And for some reason, I used to watch that infomercial because he was entertaining, and they talk all about him and his family and how he became the set it and forget it guy and how he's made so much money on not only these inventions that he's actually invented, but also on his selling style, and it was just really cool. So I think it's very, like a sociological observation of things you don't think about.
Okay.
If you liked the book like Freakonomics and stuff like that, where they approach a topic but sort of from a different angle than is traditional, that's what this is.
This is a hefty book.
It's a hefty book, but I'm like 3/4 of the way through.
Wow.
But every chapter is a different topic. And he also wrote a couple other books, I think Tipping Point.
Tipping Point, yeah.
And there may be one other thing, but,
The Power of Thinking Without Thinking.
Yeah. But it's cool. I really like it. I was an anthropology major, so I really like learning about other people and how they do things and just all that.
Cool.
So I would recommend it.
My next book is also a mystery. I really love thrillers and mysteries, and I don't want to really watch a scary movie, but I'll read a book that's kind of scary.
Which is funny.
Is it?
Which is funny.
Get it? Witch.
See what I did there?
I did. Speaking of witches.
Okay, we are stupid.
This was in our last favorites video, and this is The Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman. She is the author of Practical Magic and The Museum of Extraordinary Things, and a book that I just purchased downstairs. I forget what the name is. Faithful, maybe? She's a wonderful writer, and Caitlin and I really love Practical Magic, and I didn't know for the longest time that it was also a book. So
no idea.
Last summer I read the book, loved it. Drastically different than the movie though.
I worry about reading it for that reason.
Yeah, but still entertaining. And then when I saw that she wrote the prequel this year, I thought, I gotta get in on that. So I bought it. And I raced through it in just a couple of days. This book, The Rules of Magic, talks about the cool old aunts in the movie Practical Magic, Jet and Franny.
Who, of all the characters, you normally think you want to be like Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock because they're hot and young and beautiful and wonderful. No, I want to be like a crotchety aunt that the whole town is scared of. In the book, you were learning about Jet and Franny and their brother Vincent, who didn't even know he existed, as they are children growing up and how they discover that they're witches. So is Vincent also a witch?
Yeah, he's a wizard.
I hate the term wizard.
Well, Harry Potter embraced it, and you should too.
Well, I just mean in the term, I don't know, for some reason wizard just sounds more powerful than witch.
Oh, I don't think so.
I think it's bullshit.
Anyways, they learn how they're witches and wizards. They go to stay with their aunt who lives in the same house in Massachusetts. Massachusetts or Maine? Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
And she kind of teaches them, this is your destiny. You can run from it, but it's going to follow up with you. And then they have to learn how to deal with the Owen's curse, which is you can't fall in love because that fucking beetle's going to come and wreck your shit up.
The death watch beetle.
The death watch beetle, yeah.
It makes that sound.
Yeah. It was great. It was really entertaining, really easy to read again, and this is just like my kind of topic.
I'm excited about it.
I love books like this. One of my favorite books of all time that I'd recommend to everyone is Daughters of the Witching Hill, which you should read if you have not. Great book. This was great. I want her to write another one. I want it to be a movie.
Ooh, let's petition for that. And let's star in it.
Definitely.
Yeah, I dyed my hair brown for that.
I cried. And I rarely cry when I read a book.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I say really, but I don't know if I do either.
Oh, I was like tear.
I cried during Harry Potter, I remember that.
And then I looked up reviews on Amazon and searched cry in the reviews to make sure I wasn't the only one, and there were others that did cry too.
I like that you need to know that other people cried to make you feel better.
Hey, what was wrong with me that day? No, it was just emotional, but great. I highly recommend.
Yeah, and this is the next book. When I finish the last bit of this other one, this is the next one I'm starting.
Yeah. Is this something that you like? Would you like to see more of it? Would you like to do a book club?
Yeah, we could do that.
I think that could be fun.
What are you reading? Are you reading? Do you not read?
I am reading a book to help my stress level and to just make me happier. It always seems to take me somewhere away from what I'm dealing with in my current life, and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a cheap vacation.
It's not a vacation. It's not the same thing.
I'm expanding my vocabulary.
Yes. I like. I do just feel, even if the book doesn't contain any words that I don't know, I still feel like it keeps me smarter.
Fresher. You're like on it.
Yeah, do that. Do that more. Rambling.
God.
Okay.
We're wearing lipstick. Go for it.
Oh yeah, what am I wearing? So I am wearing a Bobbi Brown color in the shade Suntan Pink, which when I got it, I was like, great. God damn it, Bobbi Brown. This is brown. Nope, brown. No part of this. It just was not pink. And I was really upset about it. No, I love it. I wear it all the time. I love the formula. It's so creamy. I have this in my bag to use if I don't have chapstick.
It looks great on you.
Because it wears the same way, and it's thinner, so I don't have to worry about it like smearing all over the place or wearing off weirdly like I do with all of my other more highly pigmented lip colors. So I highly recommend it. It is kind of stupid expensive.
$30?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah,
but I bought this one on sale, for the record.
Okay.
And I bought it last year when I was still spending money, so gotta last forever.
Okay.
Ooh, what is that?
I'm wearing Bare Minerals Marvelous Moxie in Get Ready.
I have never seen you wear this.
Well, it's a sample, but it's so cute.
It looks a lot like it's that Marc Jacobs one I had.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Very similar. I would describe it very similarly to how you described this one. Very creamy, easy to wear. It's hydrating, comfortable, lasts a while, and when it wears away, it wears away evenly. Yeah, I just usually throw these little samples in my bag so I can get some wear out of them because ordinarily they float to the bottom of my makeup drawer.
Yeah.
So, to summarize.
Like and subscribe.
Yes, and comment below with what you're reading or if you have suggestions for us.
Recommendations, always.
Yes.
Because we need, how many more do we need? I need 23 more books for the year. Well, 22 if I minus out the other
I need 24.
Yeah, so we could use some help picking.